Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to some Vampyr. Now you may have seen there that, the district status was serious, but that's because, everybody got sick when we rested at the end of last part. But I did go around, I did cure them all. So, I mean, if we rested again, potentially it would go back up to sanitized, or at least healthy since this guy is dead. But everywhere else is good, and technically this place is good too, and I don't want to rest and make it go up because at the same time, while this might go up, other places might go down, other people get sick, so whatever. But this may or may not be the final part. This is either the final part or the second last part. Because I know that we don't have very much left to do. We have to talk to Lady Ashbury, and then I think we have to go and get two things, and then we go and fight a couple bosses. I think. I mean, I didn't look into it that much, but I think that's what it is. So for weapons, we have our perfect hacksaw. What's the details? There we go. Fully upgraded for blood stealing. We also have the true Dragon Bane, beating it out by 82 points of damage, which also does have a couple of blood absorption, and then it did have a couple more damage upgrades to it. And while I could increase the damage even more, I would rather have that little bit of blood absorption just in case. We have the perfect pump action shotgun with 10 shells and incendiary damage for beasts and vampires. And then we do have our perfect pre-win stake. We got strong regeneration serum, which gives me a bunch of health right away. And then it keeps regenerating it. And then I got another one that just gives me a bunch of blood right away. For actives, we got level 2 autophagy, level 4 blood spear, level 3 blood barrier, and a level 4 abyss. 100 stamina because we never upgraded it. 1270 life, 115 blood, although somehow we're holding 132, which I don't quite understand. And yeah, this is what we're going to be going to the end of the game. We got all the collectibles. Achievement-wise, we're not doing great, but it is a game that requires at least 2 playthroughs or some clever save scumming, which is more annoying than I'm willing to do on the Xbox. But yeah, find all ranged weapons, find all melee weapons, find all offhand weapons. Can't get that without killing everybody in the game. This is probably just finish the game, maybe. Save this poor plant with water. We did water the plant, but it didn't. Wow, there's actually a lot of secret achievements, so I don't know what. There might be achievements for different endings. If we end up back at the hospital, we may actually rest once just to see if we can pop that plant one.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him, or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Ichor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh,
Elizabeth, are you all right?
no, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
I think it's kind of bullshit that vampires can do that and I can't. Also, when we walked in, she was clearly painting on this canvas, yet it's blank. Alright, okay, so we are going back to the hospital. That's good. So we'll be able to check on the plan then. I wonder how you get that. Maybe if you kill Charlotte, you can get the key to that chest? The key might be around somewhere too, but it wasn't on my map. But anyway, we need to go back to... Where the hell do we even go to find Dickhead? The pre-Wingard dude. Because we need to go back to the Ascalon Club to get that blood. I imagine we'll have to fight somebody there, but there was no other bosses on my map
Now
either,
would be a
so.
good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Okay, man, that would be... Oh wow, way over there? In Whitechapel in the graveyard, eh? Damn. That is a long way to go. Oh well. First things first. Let's go here. I also did stop at the shops on my way to curing everybody, and I did buy more shotgun shells.
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
You are not welcome.
Right, yeah, we're not welcome here. Especially probably not since I also killed that guy that you sent after me. Which, to be fair, I guess the only reason I even know that they were the ones who sent him after me was because of the, it's because I read that he doesn't show up if you don't piss them off. Because I don't think he said anything, did he? Like, when he attacked me, he just kind of, like, was there and had a name. Which was really the only giveaway that he wasn't just one of the other random vampires that attacked us, is because he had a name. But yeah, if this is all we gotta do, and then a couple of boss fights, assuming the boss fights aren't horrendous for us, we should be good to go.
Still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
You're bleeding.
I kind of wish that I had a block, if I'm being honest. Fuck. God, that fucking attack there sucks, man. God, this guy's kicking my ass. Time to practice. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this video, like, basically right after I finished recording the last one. But, good God, he attacks so frequently. And his attacks are so much faster than mine. I dodged that time. And the game was like, nah, you didn't. Enough with this fucking dash attack of yours. So sick of it. Such a... My god. That guy kicked my ass. And he's not even the final boss. But to be fair, at the same time, this is also the Ascalon Club. This should technically be like the strongest vampires in the city, right? Can I just like take it? No, it just says fine. It doesn't give me a... Are you in here? I mean, to be fair, now that guy beat my ass, but at the same time, I survived. Like, I came close to dying, but he didn't actually kill me, so I guess that's good enough. I mean, where the fuck is he? Who's this old prick? I mean, I assumed he would be upstairs, because that's where the blood is. I just kind of assumed that he would be right next to it, because otherwise, what would be stopping me from just going in and getting the blood myself?
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you, or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Alright, well, that was... Yeah, I'm assuming that if you didn't piss them off, and, I imagine that if you don't piss them off, you just walk in and he's like, yeah, here you go. And that's it, but that... I mean, obviously I don't know. This is a game where it would be very easy, relatively speaking, to get all the achievements, right? Like I could now that I finished the game once in theoretically the hardest difficulty, right? Because I did it without killing anybody, which is supposed to make the game harder. Which, I mean, to be fair, like that guy was 35. And like I said, I got, as far as I'm aware, like 2 bosses left to fight. Like that should be more or less it. Besides a few random things. Which means level 35 is probably as high as the enemies go outside of bosses. Oh, what was the... Like, those guys are only 33. This guy's only 33. What is the, Yeah, I'm just gonna run past. I don't care.
You get them weapons ready!
Excuse me, there is a message.
Like, what do you think? Like, even if the final bosses are higher than 35,
Look at it, vicious beast.
they're still probably not going to be that much higher than 35. Like, I would imagine 40 at most for the final bosses, right? And, so I mean, I made it to 28 without killing anybody. There is an insane amount of experience currently walking around this city that I could gain. Like, it would be, I imagine, an insane boost. I think I also have more to talk to with Swansea, right? I know that the insulin isn't here, but I wanted to go check on the plan. Because I can't remember if I watered it before or
I can
after.
never thank you enough.
Thank me. For what?
Come now, you know what I mean. I am... well, I'm just like you.
Have you no shame? Must I remind you of your ludicrous actions? Of the innocent men and women who died at your hands?
Shame is for mortals, Jonathan. I know it now, and you should too. We are something else. Something more.
Have you news of Geoffrey McCullum? I'm sure both of you would have quite an interesting discussion after recent events.
He left the hospital without being treated for the severe beating you gave him. We'll meet again soon enough.
Do you not think he will kill you where you stand?
Funny you should mention it. I asked him once what he would do if I were a vampire. He said he would give me an hour for old time's sake.
An hour after he found out, or an hour after you've been turned?
Will you continue as Pembroke's administrator?
Of course. I can help more than ever. And since I'm already dead, I can't get sick.
Are you not afraid Priwen will find you? Next time, they will do more than abduct and torture you.
I remain a man of peace. If things were to go awry, I would flee rather than slice them up as you would, my friend.
Have you seen Elizabeth? Has she passed this way since you returned?
No. And I'm terrified to see her again. I really am, Jonathan. She could very well tear me to pieces for what I did.
What will you do now that you are immortal?
Experiment, my dear colleague. I have an eternity to make scientific progress. I could be the only scientist able to undertake extreme experiments upon himself.
My God, Edgar. Did you learn nothing from your forays into folly?
I have, I swear. No more experiments on mortals. See? I said mortals. How quickly the mind adapts.
What kind of experiments?
Who knows? Nervous shock, brain damage, pain and recovery. There's almost no limit to what my body can now endure. I could be the next Henry Head.
I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's some kind of, like, famous doctor person.
How do you feel since you changed?
Absolutely fine. Did you know I can determine the health of every patient or nurse just by looking at him? Fascinating.
Have you taken a life yet, Edgar?
Don't you think that's a private matter? I would not ask you such an indiscreet question.
Do you feel the hunger?
Yes. It's very peculiar, not like mortal hunger at all. It's like I'm never sated. Fortunately, blood is no rare commodity at Pembroke.
Goodbye, Edgar. I'm certain we'll meet again.
I mean, turning him, I feel like, is one of those things where as long as I'm around... Because we never did meet our maker. It could be William Marshall. I mean, they seem to imply that at least a little bit. But, like... Okay, let's see. How's our plan? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So, let's take a quick kip. I know, and, see, now, I've been thinking about resetting because I read that the final boss, you can't bite them. So, like, all these points that I have in Big Thirst would be worthless, right? So, I think I will, actually. So I'll just cut this part out. Damn, look at that planning. 0 experience left. So just to show you, I did increase my blood barrier to level 4. Basically, I used to have it at level 3 because it absorbed 3 hits, lasted 5 seconds, 30-second recovery. Now 25-second recovery, lasts 8 seconds instead. And basically I needed to level up. Blood Spear still at level 4, which I think is what I had it at before. Autophagy I still left at level 2. My Abyss is up to level 4 with 1300 shadow damage. Still a 99-second recovery, but you know, what can you do? Blood Spear down to a 2-second recovery. My body is up to level 10, so 500 extra health. I did put a couple levels into blood capacity because I had a little bit of experience left over, and I did actually put quite a bit into cartridge bags so that I could bring more shotgun shells with me into the final fight. Okay, everybody looks good there. Everybody looks good there. Everybody looks good there. So hopefully just everybody is now fixed. And it should go up to healthy, but like I said, the pillar is dead, so it can't go up to sanitized. But either way, we good. And nobody got sick, which is even better, so we can end like that. Now it does say I have 14 cartridges, which means we are full up. So we have 13 cartridges to go into the final fight. Okay, I don't understand what this achievement is for then. Because clearly the plant is good. Yeah, Life is Strange. Now I'm assuming that this is a reference because in Life is Strange, you have a plant, and if you water it twice during the game or something, it dies. Oh. Okay, so I see. So assuming that we watered it, I'm not going to do it now because everything just kind of worked out rather nicely now that everybody is cured and everything, and I don't want to go through that again. But after you water it, you apparently need to sleep 3 times. So there's a decent chance that that was twice. And it may seem like a weird achievement to just be like, nah, I'm not getting that, when that's all I have to do is sleep 1 more time. But the fact that I can't back up my save... I was actually going to go and buy more shotgun shells, but I guess that doesn't matter. How do we get out to the back, to the old morgue again? I imagine that...
I can't use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Yeah, I imagine that there'll be more things in here to fight. But, but yeah, I mean, since I won't be getting all the achievements anyway... Wow, that was... Oh, they've got a bunch of pre-win. Wow, why is this place full of pre-win dudes? Good lord. Alright, I mean...
You! Get back in the grave!
Oh, fuck. It fucking reset my skill. I had this on the left trigger, and now it's on the right. So I was trying to activate it, and the guy just kept punching me in the face. Alright, I mean, we got, what, one... Oh god, there's so many guys downstairs. There's only one I don't know, then there's so many guys upstairs too. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna look up whether it's upstairs or downstairs. I don't want to fight both groups. Alright, upstairs. Apparently it's a door that you can't open on your first trip here. Which I guess kind of makes sense, because well, no, because I mean there's plenty of stuff that, including this door, I was going to say there's plenty that it makes sense, because then otherwise you could just pick it up, but I mean there's lots of stuff that's locked. I also find it weird that we had to come to the old morgue to find insulin, which, I mean, maybe it's not as, I don't know why I'm looking for stuff when we're like going to the end of the game. But yeah, like I feel like that's a fairly common thing in hospitals. Is insulin, like, so it's rather weird to me that I had to go to a completely different building.
Not a safe place right now, sir.
But yeah, it's weird that I had to go to a completely different building just to get something that, in theory, should have been easily accessible. Man, I wish I could change shoulders.
Watch yourselves. Back to the shadows.
Ow, frick. Man, I've really just lost like all attempts at not dying.
There
in
it
this
is.
game.
Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Let's get our last there. I mean, the fact that our weapons steal blood and I don't have to bite is gonna come in handy if I can. Although at the same time, the final boss in a vampire game, odds are blood damage isn't gonna be great. Like, there is a more than decent chance that the blood damage that is taken by whatever the final boss is. Which, I mean, currently I think it's like, I think we're gonna have to fight Harriet, but whether or not Harriet is just going to be, you know, Harriet, like, she's obviously gonna turn into something, right? Like, there's no way that we're just gonna get there and she's just gonna be like some especially strong vampire. Like, she's gonna be some fucking super vampire. That's gonna be a pain in my ass to fight. Also, I love, you know, how early on he's like, oh, the Primo Guard would never come to the hospital or never attack the hospital. I mean, now granted, at this point they have attacked the hospital, but just like, even then though, they were like 2 feet away from the hospital. Like, yeah, they would never do that. They may be directly adjacent to like, they might do shit directly adjacent to the hospital, but they would never do it in the hospital. It's like, great. Because that's what I want. I can walk out the front door, but if I get outside my front yard, I'm gonna be attacked. Like, fantastic. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go.
I'm steady, boys. We've got one of them. The power of the Lord commands you.
Just gonna time my
I'll take it.
do 2 there just to get past them. But as long as I just like, oh, you dickheads, close the gate. Ow, you. All right. What about in here? Ow, prick. Yeah? I really hate their instant counters. It really kind of takes away from a game's combat when like you hit somebody and they just like immediately hit you back, and it's like, really? Now in real life, obviously, yeah, there's a decent chance that when you hit somebody, they're just gonna hit you right back. But it's a video game. It's supposed to be combat. It's supposed to be tactical. Oh my god, so many. Now, granted, we are coming here specifically.
If McCollum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
Yeah, I'm not going this way because I gotta go.
Step away.
Oh, fuck off, will ya? I did step away. I went back directly the way I. Oh, there's a guy there too. Oh my god.
This is no place for you, sir. You're mine, vermin! Shit!
See, and like maybe they did that because like potentially if you just like stack your stamina. God, see, and then they have enemies like that are still level 12. Like, why do they? Oh my god! Like, why do they change out some enemies, but then other enemies are like, nah, you can just stay 12. It's like, really? Okay, well, I mean, I can get past these two potentially without even having to sprint away. No, that one over there is definitely good. No, that's not what I. Now, you all saw that, right? A was on the thing for me to teleport up there, and then the game is just like, nah, you're not teleporting, you're punching this thing that you were trying to avoid fighting. Alright, McCullum. Oh, there you are.
Good evening, vampire hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more.
That's fair.
What precisely are your plans?
A creature called a disaster is about to be unleashed. It falls upon me, as once it did Marshall, to stop it before the whole country is ravaged.
I should have destroyed that book. And yet, I wish I could join this battle alongside you. But this crusade is not mine to fight.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Like me?
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
Adieu, vampire hunter.
Until we meet again, blood drinker.
I mean, I would be fine with him being like, look, I owe you for saving my life, but if you kill people, gonna have to kill you back. I mean, like, I'd be fine with that. I feel like that would be a decent compromise. And yet he's like, what did he say? I owe you for not killing me. But that won't always be the case. It's like, as long as you're alive, and death will be. I mean, yeah, that's what I thought. That the bitch was going to turn around as soon as I got there. Yeah, whatever. Oh, oops, nope, get around there.
It's one of them!
And of course, you're not ones that'll just fucking give up. And of course, I can't open doors like that. Oh, there we go, though. I can, now I can, and I know I can get across the river through here. Oh, really? Was it worth it, buddy? You would think vampires would be able to sense, like, power levels or something with each other. I mean, I can. Oh, it's the chemist again. And I got another chemist diary. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. That definitely shouldn't happen. Ooh, they also shouldn't have that light like that. This the antidote? It sure is. Boosh. Yay!
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Okay. Really? Oh, look at that. It's an ill-formed one, too, which means he's also poisonous. Great. Oh, but he actually left, so that's fine. Reach the hive. Oh, I figure out how to get there. Do I have to go all the way? Well, I can either go to the Western Docks or the West End, and I'm not entirely sure which would be faster, if I'm being honest.
Die, vermin!
See, it would have been nice if, once again, if the few decisions that they let you make in this game actually did something. Like, if you saving McCullum did actually call the Guard of Prewin off, unless you killed somebody else, right? Like, if after you spared his life. Or even not then, but like when you talked to him there, it would have been nice. It's like after you spared his life, you know, he told people, this one might not be bad, you know. Because I had him. He had just finished beating the shit out of me. I mean, I won the fight in the end. But I remember it being a fairly tough fight. I also like how at the graveyard, he's like, you will find that I do not die so easily. After I had already killed him while he had the help of, yeah, I think I'll just go through the west end. And he had the help of the light. You know, like I'd be fighting him in the middle of a graveyard. No lights to help him. Like, in theory, oh, fuck off. Stop it with your stupid little pistol.
We found one.
Fuck off. That has way too much range on it.
Watch yourselves. There's one of them.
I was just gonna duck into there, but I guess it wouldn't really matter because I would still immediately be in combat again anyway. Let me guess though. Door that I can't open because dickheads? I'm good. I guess I got close enough to the door that it was like, yeah, it's good enough. That the guy lost interest. I also love how the guy lost interest once, just like I made it to a door. I didn't go through a door or anything. And I mean, to be fair, now them losing the interest, not wanting to bring the fight into like a civilian populated area, it's a little silly, but that's fair. I mean, because they're doing this theoretically to save civilians, right? To save everybody. Or all the civilians from vampires, so they wouldn't want them getting caught up in their fights with them. But that one, come on. I hadn't even got into the door yet. It'll always reward your help. Yeah. Oh, also that reminds me. Odds are I'm not going to be using this again. So this does 117 damage. 184 it is. Oof, I have so few shots with that. But that's fine. I will use that first just to get rid of them. You know what, if I could get like a couple of rats along my way through the sewers here, that would be fantastic. Now, the fact that Harriet is with these guys is probably not great. Also, the fact that like we don't have a map for this area, also not great. Now, I remember something about following the arrows out, but I'm not seeing any arrows. That door's apparently locked. So I'm just kind of hoping. I mean, this looks right? I mean, we got like decorations, we got a little bit of buildings. This might be the right direction. Oh, the broken bridge is a good sign, but I don't remember which side of the bridge we needed to be on to make it to the hive. This looks right.
Thirst for blood.
This looks like it'll be correct. I'm just gonna keep saying it until it is. I mean, beware, keep out. It's promising, right? More keep out. Another beware. This doesn't look good. Yeah. Feel like this isn't right. Because I did it, because it wasn't very long after the boss fight that that I made it to them, right? Like, it didn't take long after that. So it must be the other side of the broken bridge that I need to be on in order to get there. Unless, like, I missed the door, but I don't think so. See, I would say that, you know, but fast travel would help, but I don't think it would because I'm not sure that there's a hideout down here. So let's go this way and hope that this is the correct path. Although, it does not appear so. It does not appear that this is a path at all. Alright. Well, I mean, I dropped down here, I did a boss fight, and then I obviously exited through one of these doors to make it there, but I think I opened up both doors, so. So, like, I couldn't even tell you which door. I mean, this is clearly a very different path than I took last time. And I am vaguely recalling the whole, like, mine shaft thing. I mean, should I just follow the blood? One arrow. If I could see one arrow, I would know I'm going the right way. And I also may, because I mean, I just... Oh. Okay, I must be going the right way then. Otherwise, this guy wouldn't be here chatting to me.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
So he is all vampires then.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, he doesn't consider anything from before he became a vampire.
Why did you choose me?
Only
matter.
you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse, born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
Morgan, that's like the bitch that fucks up King Arthur, right?
The Celtic goddess of war. Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
Okay, so that means that Harriet Jones is going to turn into the queen, or we're going to have to kill Harriet before the queen emerges from her or something?
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you
Phase
must
2
protect
queen.
yourself
Phase
from
1
its
is
poisonous
Harriet.
kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
That's a fair answer. Well, what happens to me after? It's like, I don't fucking care. I hired you for this job. I don't care what you do after.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
This way, I guess? I don't know. Also, is this even the same place that we were?
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Okay.
Nobody ever helped me.
Well, let's just do this. Oh my god, look at that damage. Okay, since I don't trust this to be a single stage fight, especially how easy it is, I want to heal up as much as possible before I end it. Oh fuck, I really thought that would do it. Ah, fuck. Oh wow, she really just exploded. Okay. Well, I did say there'd probably be a second phase. Red Queen's avatar, eh?
How infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Oh, she's only level 30 though. Yeah, unsurprisingly, she doesn't take a lot, or she has resistances to both blood and shadow. The Queen of all vampires, surprisingly enough, has strength against vampire abilities.
They are so young, so tasty.
Oh, what the fuck? That's good. Oh, what? That was bullshit. Oh wow, that actually stunned her. I did not actually expect that. Oh. Well, she gets a second phase.
Feed me, abundant lives, spread the crop.
Oh god. Wow, that just came out of nowhere. Ah, fuck, I was too close. Ow. Damn it, I only got one shot loaded. Oh god, that's probably gonna hurt. Wow, that was real fast too.
Give me more. They are so young, so tasty.
Oh, fuck off that. Wow, she's just really like... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Oh, this might be it. Yeah, it is.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Okay. So, I mean, that wasn't bad.
It's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suascal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife? Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.